My name is Sunil Bakshi. I'm an architectural designer for Resolution Design Limited and the director of the company. We specialize in the highest risk of residential construction. We are building buildings for people living in close proximity, large density, apartment structures, terraced housing, fire design requirements for such buildings where sleeping occurs is very stringent under New Zealand legislation. The building has to do its part, and we have to design it to protect you while you're sleeping from fire, earthquakes, so on and so forth. We can't build out of concrete or stone as you can in many other parts of the world. So we're using a lightweight structural system which does survive in an earthquake, but is also somewhat compromised when it comes to fire. So to meet those requirements, we have to use cladding systems and materiality and design to overcome some of those challenges. PALLISIDE is a great product. There's many benefits of using it for this scale of work, not just from a cost appeal, which our clients would usually jump at, but the aspect that you don't need to paint it, it's lightweight, its serviceability and life rating is far greater than most cladding systems. These are huge advantages. What is required is understanding what are the limitations. Any construction of a residential scale, you can apply PALLISIDE to. In saying so, there are height limitations as you can expect from any other cladding system, i.e. weatherboard or any other fiber cement sheets. If you're building at a commercial scale, we're building large-scale apartments, 20, 30 stories, you wouldn't use PALLISIDE. But for a traditional look that PALLISIDE achieves, a scale of 1, 2, or 3 stories is appropriate, and you could use PALLISIDE within that greater context of all residential construction. Combustibility is something we have to be very careful of in construction. When you're looking at something of this scale, we have to consider egress. In a very short amount of time, if a fire was to occur, you need to get everyone out safely. In those situations, as a designer, I'm not concerned about protecting the building, I'm concerned about protecting the people. And we're looking at 60 minutes of fire rating. We hear a lot of terms like non-combustible or fire retardant. We have to consider the context in which that is mentioned. Everything burns. At some point, everything burns. What is the time frame? What are the requirements before it burns is what's critical. Understanding the heat release rates of PALLISIDE as well as the total heat release rates, we can determine at which point PALLISIDE is a non-combustible cladding versus being a combustible cladding. We design it so it is used only within its ability and maintains a non-combustible rating. We've been constructing projects, large-scale projects all over Auckland. Having a product like PALLISIDE, which is locally produced and can be delivered on our sites and put up with very little effort, has been a huge win. Ensuring compliance has been critical for something of that scale, but seeing a product that can meet that requirement, work with our design needs, and come together as quickly and effectively as PALLISIDE does, it's rare. And the finished look of it is great. And it's something I'd recommend to all designers, builders, and architects.